PlayStation is facing some layoffs. This coming from Eurogamer. Quote, PlayStation has been hit with more layoffs from its visual art studio following the recent cancellations of multiple live service games. The layoffs come amid a restructuring of Sony's US studios as an unknown number of staff from the San Diego-based visual art studio will be let go this week. Visual art supported first-party development, including Naughty Dog's The Last of Us remasters, and while these new cuts include staff who contributed to the recently canceled live service game from Bend Studio, among others, Kotaku has reported the layoffs are more widespread. Eurogamer has contacted Sony for further details on these layoffs, but no comment yet. End quote. So, unfortunately, yeah, we literally just talked about PlayStation facing layoffs like what, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, and here we are once again, and this one being due to the cancellation of live service games. Now, while I'm not happy that anybody's been laid off, I'm also not happy that these live service games were necessarily canceled, but at the same time, I'm glad that they had the foresight to actually cancel this, rather than go through and do something like they did with Concord, where they waste even more money on actually finishing developing the game, going through the alphas and the betas and pushing out those tests, and then, the marketing, because marketing is literally half of a game's budget sometimes nowadays, rather than going through that entire thing and wasting hundreds of millions of dollars. Seems like Sony has finally learned their lesson, as well as the other developers under Sony. So by no means am I happy that anybody was laid off, nor am I necessarily happy that these, other live service games were canceled, because when it comes to Sony's live service efforts, say what you will about Concord, but I appreciate the way Sony has been tackling live service games, and I feel like it could improve the atmosphere, or just, the genre of live service games, whatever you want to call it, because right now, it's very stagnant. You got free-to-play games, they all have battle passes, they all got FOMO seasons, FOMO events, it's all the same hoopla doobla, FOMO this, FOMO that, give us your money. Whereas again, say what you will about Concord, but you pay $40, you get the game. Helldivers 2, a fantastic example. You pay $40, you get the game, and then some, bro. Helldivers 2 is freaking amazing. And then you look at other games like Gran Turismo, which is sort of like a live service question mark, just because of like various updates that have come to the game and such, and even had the free-to-play version go out. So, I really like the way that Sony's kind of been shaking things up and not taking the typical route when it comes to live service games. But again, since these were canceled, and while personally I do have to say I would just prefer them to kind of focus on single-player games, it seems like, well, we're kind of back in limbo, just waiting for somebody else, some other big publisher to come along and hopefully shake things up in the live service scene, because otherwise it just seems like we're doomed to free-to-play, battle pass this, give us $20 for a skin this and that, and it's just, it's getting a little old.